Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Bryan, and this is Mistaya, and this is the Mercy Fields podcast.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Yes. Praise the Lord.
Better than I deserve.
Yes. I agree. Me as well.
All right. Yeah. Well, this is episode 3, and praise God. Excuse me. This is.
Oh, excuse me, but that chili was awesome.
You're gonna get the giggles now. Bruh.
Concentrate. Oh.
Get it all out. Get it all out.
Whoa.
We'll be here waiting.
Oh. Concentrate. This is like some kind of weird phenomenon, right? Other people experience this when you get on camera. You can't stop laughing for no reason whatsoever.
Well, this is good, Connie, because you can take this, and then when you want to insert uncontrollable laughter in the future.
I don't know how to isolate sound yet. Anyway.
Well, that'll come.
All right, so this is episode 3, and this is just cooking one of our recipes, and also a couple headlines that I saw. Very off the cuff, very improv. Yes. It was a topic that we had never discussed before, or we just found it out that day when we saw it. So we just a little bit of chit chat about that, and I like the fact that our podcast is not like super highly polished yet. Like I like people to see the process.
Yes.
of how I make this and all the mistakes, and then being able to see it progressively get better with each episode. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm really hoping. Yeah. So this episode here, I did a lot of animation, and so what I did was I am using AI to help me animate. What I discovered is that it will give you better results if you use your own artwork, if you use your own cartoons and your own drawings. What it has a problem with is regenerating something by just description, a prompt. And so what I found in training an AI agent to do art for me, to repetitiously draw the same thing over and over and over, is that it has to come from my own artwork, because then I can give it the visual and say, now I want you to recreate this particular character in this position or that position, as where if you were to do it without your own artwork and expect it just to generate something for you, it's a hit or miss at best. You'll be very frustrated because it doesn't know how to repeat itself and copy itself. It's always going to be off. It's always going to be like a variation of, like we see what the coloring too, by the way. So chat engine image generator, it's not the same as like your Midjourney or Starry AI or a Night Cafe or any of those other really big, well-known image creators. It really struggles with nuance. It struggles with the color. Everything's yellow. You can totally tell when somebody got an image from Chat GPT, because it's dingy. It's really dark, dingy yellow. The yellow, everything is yellow. And it's certainly you could use it, but I would suggest that you go in and do some color correction before you try to use the image. So I take my images and in a sequence of about 4 or 5 cells, I run it through right now, because I'm just learning Adobe, and I'll be able to animate whatever I want, however I want. So, but right now with this episode, what you're going to see is that I was kind of at the mercy of whatever AI thought the image was going to do. And so when I gave the image to the AI animator, it kind of like, oh, I feel like it's going to make this movement. So it gives you this movement, and you never know what you're going to get actually. So another thing I learned was that your cartoon character needs to be very distinct and very purposeful, and it needs to look like what it is that you're wanting. Like, let's say that we've got me and Bryan sitting in this chair right now. I could give it a cartoon where it's just me and him looking at the camera, and then it will generate us a little bit of movement. But if I exaggerate our positions and make it look like I'm like this with my finger, or he's looking at me and I'm looking away, the AI seems to have a better, it seems to do better in, oh, they're talking. And so it'll make it look like we're talking. Or if I don't put cartoon characters that just we're standing and we're just plain, it doesn't really know what to do with that. And so I have to make the first image of my cartoon look like it's walking. Therefore, it will take it and be like, oh, it's walking. So it'll give you 4 to 8 seconds of it walking. And so I established all of those, and I did, that's almost 30 hours of work.
Wow.
More than, I think it's just over 30 hours to animate just a few segments that are only a couple seconds long. I think it's maybe a half a dozen or more. It took over 30 hours of grueling work to get even that done for approximately a 35-minute episode. So I would take it into another app and do a voiceover and do it with like a character voice or whatever. It was okay. I think it fell flat a little bit.
Well, this is a work in progress, right?
Well, yeah. So this is why we're talking about it now. So what you're going to see is it's still kind of janky. It's still you can tell it's a work in progress. We were having technical difficulties. You'll see that twice. Where I just put a thing there that says having technical difficulties. Also, the light kept going on and off. We were plugging it in wrong, I guess. And
I don't know what.
Anyway, so lots of technical difficulties. Plus, we're in a very tiny little room. This is my bedroom, actually, and the kitchen and this whole setup here, and my business and my bed and where I paint and do all this stuff. It's all one little room because I can't get up and down the stairs. So we put our whole townhouse, or little condo, little apartment. It's a little bitty thing, but up here in the room, everything.
It's even smaller. It's a micro.
It's really, really super tiny. So anyway, so praise God, everything fits, and it's perfect for me. So because I can technically stand and move around and walk a few feet here and there, a few times a day, and so everything I need to do to be able to take care of myself when Bryan is away, God has provided that. So we're just so thankful for that.
Yes, thank you, Lord.
Also, I want to thank everybody for supporting us like you do. And I can't tell you how much your love gifts mean to us. They literally allow us to continue to learn and to do this. The Lord is the one who opened this whole thing up for us about 3-4 years ago. I would think it's about 3. Bud Allheim, he encouraged us and blessed us so much. Encouraged us to start the business, to start all this, and he really was just so encouraging. I miss him. He's not online anymore, but wherever you are, we just love you, brother. Hope you're well. So another thing is where are we wanting to go with all of this? So a podcast, it's great and it's fun. the goal is to animate the entire podcast, where it's a cartoon. Kind of imagine your favorite morning shows and your nighttime television shows combined, where we're not Bible teachers, we're not preachers, we're not apologists, we're nothing like that. We just want to make good content that's God honoring, because there's just not enough of that.
Yes.
There's not.
Yes.
And you'll see us even in real time, like with the conversation, that we had never talked about these topics before, and you'll see in real time probably us growing in the Lord, because we don't know everything that the Word has to say about every situation. So I think it's really neat to what we don't know in one episode, or we question, want to go back to the Word and come back later in the next episode or whatever. We might even recap and
we'll turn around and come back to it.
We'll tell you what we found, and I think that the goal for this is a full animation, some really good entertainment for Christians, something that is personal, where we feel like we're right there in your home as a visitor, fellowshipping with you.
And you're in our home too.
Right. That's what we want to. And so also one of the other ultimate goals is Ophelia Blue Joy's Pilgrim Adventures. And that is a fully animated show and series for kids. Really cool, though. And the reason why I say it like that is because if you know me, I am a cartoon connoisseur. It's one of my special interests. And I picture and envision my cartoon being as high of a quality as Looney Tunes. The sophistication to keep parents engaged, but innocent and fun for little kids to enjoy. And I really believe that that's what Looney Tunes embodied.
Yes.
There were jokes going over the kids' heads that the parents were laughing at, and the kids were like, "Oh, they didn't." I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was just brilliant the way they did all of that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, and so we just wanted to share that we are so excited to do this. And I would say that this episode, technically it's number 3, but the first one was an interview, just familiarizing us with me, I suppose, and you interviewed me and about the Mercy Fields and the stories behind the poems, which is on exclusively Patreon for paid subscribers. That's the second half of my book, where I go through each poem and tell you the stories behind the poems, and then really getting in depth about poetry itself and the artwork itself, the different meanings, the symbols, just opening up the conversation for all things art concerning all of it. So I'm really excited about all of that.
Well, I'm just excited that, that the audience is going to be able to see our journey from the very beginning. I'm thinking years down the line, we're going to come back to something like this.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be like, oh my goodness, that was so awful. Or that
bloopers
was so awesome.
Galore. I'm looking forward to the bloopers.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we're getting this on online now and saving it for later. And I think it's just going to be so incredibly awesome to see how far we've come.
Yeah.
But for right now, we are here.
Yeah, so you're going to see a kind of a janky episode, but I think it turned out really well. And so we're just learning about lighting and camera placement.
Yes.
This is all done on the phone still. We have the Ozbot, but we're still working on how to... we're still learning how to work it. We're really not tech savvy with today's technology. So we are literally... anything that we're doing, we're having to learn in real time and then just try to do it. And so this is what you're getting so far. And each episode, I hope to get better.
Yeah, we will improve. We will improve steadily throughout our journey. Anyway, hope you enjoy the podcast.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you for your love and support.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes, all glory to God. And there's no other person I would rather do a podcast with than you.
I can't think of anyone I'd rather do this with as well.
I'm seriously having so much fun.
Oh yeah, I don't care if anybody sees it, but you and I do.
Dude, I know. This is our way of having fun.
Yeah. But we do appreciate everybody who does stop by. Thank you for those who support us on Patreon, and all the likes and shares are appreciated.
Oh,
but that's
please.
not the goal.
Yeah, but please share a lot. We want it to be a little bit of a goal.
Okay.
Share.
Right. That's the goal, but we don't care.
Share.
Hello, welcome everyone.
Hey!
Yeah, this is Bryan and Mistaya, and we are the Mercy Fields podcast. We're going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be doing a cooking show. We're going to be cooking chili.
Chili beans.
Chili beans. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm starving. I feel my stomach sucking up against my spine.
It's my personal recipe.
So you want to tell everybody what we have?
Yeah, so what you can see is that we have an Instapot. Of course, you don't have to have one. If you don't have one, you don't have one. You can just cook it in a regular pot. It's a big plate of roasted chilies. Bryan is going to peel those. They've been roasted and kind of sat in the steam so the peelings will come off. And then we have, these are the ingredients. Let me take you through the ingredients really quick.
Food.
3 Anaheim chilies, roasted, peeled, and chopped. 3 poblano chilies, roasted, peeled, and chopped. 12 ounces of bacon. Fry that up and make it real crispy, and then chop that up and keep the fat from that.
Get in my belly!
2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 red bell peppers, seeded and ribs removed. Of course, every one of your peppers and your chilies and all of that, roast it first, like burn it. And I would have done that with the onions too, but we forgot this time. So they're not technically roasted. But yeah, you stick it all in there on a cookie sheet.
And broil it on high.
Broil it on high. And you want to burn it. That's what you want. And then you've got 2 jalapeno peppers, 2 yellow onions peeled and diced, 2 full heads or 3 full heads of garlic. And we use that's already chopped up and crushed up in a jar. And then we just get giant heaping spoonfuls of it. We measure it with love.
That is the best ingredient.
That's the only way to measure any of your herbs and spices is to measure that with love. Okay, so then we have, this is optional. We aren't using it this time because it's kind of expensive, but 1 pound of boneless beef chuck, and you put that, you just chop that into cubes or whatever. We're using 2 pounds of ground beef. 1 pound of ground Italian sausage. Any type that you like is best for you. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. 2 teaspoons chipotle.
Chipotle.
Or a can of chipotle in adobo. That's really good too. 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. All measured with love. It doesn't have to be leveled. It can be heaping. It can be more. It can be less. It can be whatever you want. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 2 teaspoons of ground coriander. 2 teaspoons of ground black cumin seeds. And I really like the black cumin seeds because, I don't know, it just brings a richer flavor, in my opinion. Also, we were talking today about maybe next time using black garlic and bringing even a deeper flavor to it, but we didn't get it this time either. And so there is 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of hot paprika or smoked paprika, whatever you prefer. Which one are we using?
Smoked paprika too.
We're using smoked paprika this time. All right, and so we've got 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper. Peppercorns are good too, but they kind of get lost in when you're trying to get that pepper flavor. You know, I don't like chewing into peppercorns. It's like not my favorite. 2 cups of tomato sauce, 8 ounces of tomato paste, 2 13 to 15 ounce cans of fire roasted tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, how are we pronouncing that for real? Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Yeah.
1 cup chicken stock, 1.5 cups beef broth. If you want it a thinner chili and not thick, add more broth. We cut back on the broth because we liked it a little bit thicker. Then you have 2 15-ounce cans of kidney beans with the juice, also along with 2 15-ounce cans of black beans with the juice. We like to garnish it with green onions and cilantro and sour cream at the end. How we doing, honey?
Good. I mean, it's skin and pepper, so it's not like, you know, but it's coming along.
All right then. So you tell me when you're done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the cornbread recipe while we're waiting for him to do that.
Might be a minute.
Yeah. So 1 bunch green onions, thinly sliced, or red onion. I really love the red onion on top of it, sprinkled as a garnish too. That's like my favorite. Like Monterey Jack, or Oaxaca cheese, queso fresco, or sour cream is really awesome. For the cornbread, it's 2 cups of flour, 1 cup cornmeal, 1 cup sugar. Don't come at me. I like my cornbread sweet. I do.
What?
1.5 tablespoons baking powder. Of course, you can make it any way you want. I wouldn't presume to tell anybody how to make their cornbread. Cornbread's so personal.
And regional.
It really is. It's personal.
It's personal.
It is. It's sensitive subject. 1/2 cup of 1 teaspoon. Oh no, excuse me. The 2 cups of flour, 1 cup cornmeal, 1 cup sugar, 1.5 tablespoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup or 8 tablespoons of butter melted, 1/2 cup of oil, 1 1/4 cups milk, 3 large eggs, and then some extra honey and butter for, you know, after it's all baked and whatever. Let's see here. I'm not really sure why it did that. So we're just gonna roll it. We're just gonna roll with it. I can edit out anything I want. Do what I want.
Whatever. I'll do what I want.
All right. A good discussion today would be, okay, so what prompted me to figure out if this was real or not, I was looking into the most incredible thing. That gentleman that just broke the world's record by holding his breath underwater for 29 minutes straight. Anyway, so our light is like going all wonky, which should be interesting because it's getting nighttime up in here. Anyway, so this gentleman was, I don't know anything about him. It just got me looking at, fact checking things because it was pretty extraordinary. And I'm not familiar with people who hold their breath and do all that. But he's Croatian and he just beat another Croatian's record. Only by like a couple minutes or whatever.
Before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
Yeah, anyway, I ran across this this article.
Before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
I found an article about China has created a humanoid robot. Bryan.
A humanoid robot.
To have a baby. To carry a human baby to term and birth it without the mom. So, what do we think of that?
Well, I have a couple of million questions.
Okay,
of course.
Yeah, me too. So let me read a little bit of this one article I found. A robotic surrogate capable of full-term pregnancy was unveiled at the 2025 World Robot Conference in Beijing, according to reporting from ECNS. Unlike traditional incubators, this robot is designed to replicate the entire process of pregnancy from conception to childbirth.
Need a room? I gotcha.
Dude,
That's
disturbing.
disturbing. I mean, I kind of want to know, does it say anything about, what's the first step? Is it like how do they get the...
Well, clearly it would be IVF.
Well, yeah.
Clearly they would have to do the same destroying and killing innocent children in order to get that one that will take. This one is an artificial womb implanted in the humanoid's abdomen. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. A nutrient delivery system connected through a hose. This is so Matrix. A lifelike interface that allows interaction with the pregnant robot. Oh, wow. A prototype is expected as early as next year with a target price of Chinese currency of 100,000, and it's only about 13 to 14,000 US dollars to do it.
Wow, that is a lot cheaper than I thought it would be.
Right? I can't even with that.
I mean, aside from the ethical issues.
Right? That's crazy. I'm so stinking hungry right now.
So what if I've had a few dizzy spells? A little lightheadedness?
It says that the artificial womb technology is already in a mature stage. Yo. And the doctor told Chinese media now it needs to be implanted in the robot's abdomen so that a real person and the robot can interact to achieve pregnancy. Wait, what do they mean? What did I just read? Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Wait. Now it needs to be implanted in the robot's abdomen so that a real person and robot can interact to achieve pregnancy. You're not suggesting that's worded wrong. It has to be worded wrong. What that suggests is just, oh no. I hope that's not what that means. So surrogacy workaround. Surrogacy is prohibited in China. Oh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But Zhang believes robotic pregnancy could offer a legal alternative. Wow.
So
what?
It's not IVF.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Opening up a whole nother...
I don't know. He hasn't said quite yet specifically. The idea of using machine to bypass laws banning traditional surrogacy has added another layer to the ongoing debate. Pregnancy is an extremely complex process, with each step being extremely delicate and critical. And the obstetrician said at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, when speaking with Newsweek, Yi warned that the robot might be more spectacle than science. It I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they're bragging that they're like almost there and it's going to be ready and it's going to happen like in just a few months from now because it's almost 2026. So I don't know. He called the robot likely just a gimmick, adding that even if it could bring a child to term, it comes with many health and ethical risks. Duh.
God will not be mocked. We reap what we sow. Amen. We are definitely talking about this in our next podcast.
He called the robot likely the gimmick. So Yi also pointed out that successful artificial gestation in animals like sheep doesn't guarantee human success. Many health risks emerge at different ages, not to mention the mental health issues, he said. That's insane.
That's pretty okay.
Oh, wow. Ethical and legal questions still unanswered. How fertilization would occur, where donor eggs would be sourced, who holds responsibility for the gestation process. No official guidelines or policies have been publicly shared yet. I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. News of the robot development has sparked heated debate on Chinese social media, with reactions ranging from divided opinions across social media. News of the robot's development has sparked heated debate on Chinese social media, with reactions ranging from enthusiasm to outrage. I'm more on the outrage, disgusted, grossed out, creeped out kind of group. That's my group I'm in.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, honey.
All right, so we're going to do the onions and the chilies?
I'm doing the onions first.
Right.
And I'll get them to where there's room, and then I'll throw the chilies in.
All right.
All right. Oh, a little bit more. It's not quite chopped.
Six and a half hours later.
I would say don't not put bacon in there. Bacon is like, don't not put bacon in. Like, don't opt out for the bacon. Definitely. I think the bacon, if anybody is making this, I would say you definitely want to keep the bacon in because it makes all the difference in flavor.
It really does.
It really does. He kind of put a little bit too much onion in the Cuisinart at once, so now he has to chop up the other little chunk that didn't make it. I think meal prep is like one of the most important things of really enjoying the cooking process. Yeah, because it really takes all the stress out, and you can just because me and Bryan, our thing is cooking together. When I was not in flare up like I am now, when I was in remission, we were in the kitchen together like every day. It's our love language. It's both of our love languages, and it's how we bond. It's our me time. It's our us time.
Cooking with you is one of my biggest joys.
Yeah.
When I was homeless, one of the things that I think brought us together instantly was that his family was for years volunteering down at a little red church that every Wednesday cooked a big meal for the homeless here in Santa Cruz. And me being one of them at the time, this was over a decade ago, and he was working as a supervisor for the homeless shelter. Go ahead, honey.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. So anyway, he was a supervisor at the homeless shelter, and he was working in the kitchen too because he loves to cook for people. And so I think that I remember the first time we were in the kitchen together was when his mom was working at the Red Church. But we had that one night when we had just, like the day before, was like, oh, we're so interested in each other. We fell in love in 3 days. We met each other and like fell in love that week, and that was it. We would get some groceries together and we would cook dinner, just the two of us for the whole group. And we just loved that so much.
At one point, I remember they came up.
Right. So Bryan, I instantly, this is when we were living in sin. We weren't saved yet. But I moved up to his family farm when his father had their family farm still, and lived up there. And we would have the whole group of those who were homeless at the time in the shelter program come up, and we would do a whole weekend. We would do these huge walks that I have, making big batches of korma and chapatis, and oh, so good. Oh, we had such a great time. I miss that so much. So we've got the meat, and we've got the onions, and we've got the peppers, and now you just need the seasoning. Those are all the seasonings. And I'm leaving all of the seasonings and ingredients and everything in the comments. Of course, I think I blurted them out at the beginning of the video.
I mean, it's nice to have it written.
Yeah. Well, this is our first time doing this too, so this is probably going to be like a janky podcast. And we're tired, and it's late.
I'm taking a nap!
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here!
And so now we have a bowl full of the wet ingredients, which is your tomato sauces and paste, and beans, garlic, all that good stuff. Now you can cook this pressure cooking it, but you can pressure cook this, but we're going to do slow cook overnight.
I remember the first time we did it, the Instapot would say food burn.
Right. Well, it's too full for Instapot. So, for pressure cooking, yeah, it's too full for pressure cooking. So that's the rest of the broth and stuff that you see that didn't quite fit just in the bowl. Did it fill it all the way to the top? Right. All right. So that's it. And then we're gonna put it on.
We'll cook for how long do you think?
12 hours. Do it overnight. So the other topic is OpenAI's new Tools of Humanity is, I believe, the name of the organization. And it's dealing with World ID. Now, this ID is not to safeguard humans. No. This one is to safeguard the chatbots. Yeah. Proof of human iris scans, now a thing from Sam Altman. What's happening is that the Startup Tools for Humanity, co-founded by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, has launched a world biometric system where users scan their irises in storefront kiosks to receive a world ID, a digital credential certifying them as human, not AI. The scan is encrypted and the image is deleted after creating the ID. Users also receive cryptocurrency as an incentive. Oh my goodness. So this is controversial for a few reasons. privacy concerns are front and center. Critics question whether it's truly unnecessary or whether biometric data could be misused, or even though it's presented as a privacy preserving. The thing is that AI Anthropic has introduced the notion of model welfare, a concept suggesting that even non-sentient AI should be safeguarded from distress.
But I'm a real boy. You hurt my feelings.
It's part of a broader conversation about AI consciousness and whether we need to rethink ethical frameworks despite widespread agreement that the current models like ChatGPT are not truly conscious. Now, didn't we just got through talking about this?
We just did.
Right, because I had made a satire piece. You'd have to check out the last episode 2 podcast, and I made a satire piece about this very thing happening, and it has officially happened.
Yes.
Yeah, and so what's going to happen, what they're going for is this, in a nutshell. In order for you to be online, and for you as a human being to be online in any way, shape, or form, you'll have to scan your eye to prove that you are not AI.
I mean, I kind of have to ask, what's the point? I mean, to prove you're human? Because I've seen a lot of things that, hold on, verifying you're human, and this little thing, like when I do my chocolate chip cookies, the Nestle website that gives me the recipe has to verify I'm human. It really does.
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I wouldn't say that it's...
No, you know what? I think that you're talking about, like, cause they've been doing that part for like years. Like, if you're human and prove that you're not a robot, how many streetlights do you see in the squares? They've been doing that.
Yeah.
So imagine walking into a storefront, just sitting down in front of a shiny silver orb and being told if you scan your iris, we'll give you a digital certificate proving that you're human. It's out of sci-fi.
It really is.
Yeah, the project is called World ID, created by a company called Tools for Humanity by Altman. It's not mandatory anywhere. Participation, they're doing it already. It's just voluntary. And you let the orb scan your iris, and it verifies that you're human or whatever. Critics are saying it's a slippery slope towards surveillance control, reducing human identity to data point. And we are absolutely going hardcore. Like, if the Terminator and the Matrix had a baby, that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing.
The baby needs snacks. I'll be back.
Good idea or bad idea? Let's just throw them all in there and do it.
Biblically, this... I think this is a disgrace in what people are doing. It's like the today's version of the Tower of Babel.
Mm-hmm.
This whole AI thing is getting out of hand. It's already out of hand.
Yes.
I think it's already out of hand.
Yes.
However, though, but I'm still seeing such wonderful innovation with it.
I don't really know how to feel. Some parts of AI, like you said, can be very useful tools. Sentient? No, because it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is one of the best. This is one of the best times that you and I have together, is when we cook and when we talk.
Yeah.
Easy flow conversation. The whole ad lib and the whole improv thing that we do, we're still getting used to being in front of the camera.
Right.
And it can be a little nerve-wracking at first. I feel like I've gotten over it pretty quickly, not all the way, but it's the whole, I love the editing feature that you do. The future of AI is pretty scary, especially since we don't really have any kind of regulation.
There is no regulation allowed for the next 10 years. And see, and our government just, $500 billion to build that huge AI manufacturing complex. So,
where was that?
That's here in the United States.
$500 billion.
Yeah. So there have been two distinct announcements regarding large private investments in the US AI infrastructure totaling around $500 billion, one in January 2025 by President Trump, involving OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank under the new Stargate venture, and another in April 2025, the NVIDIA, who pledged to invest another additional $500 billion in AI infrastructure and supercomputer manufacturing within the U.S. over the next 4 years. They've already found a solution to all the water that is needed to keep it cooled down. It's so big, nobody has enough water for that. So they've just created it so they can just stick it straight in the ocean. And it'll function just in the ocean. And it'll be cooled 24 hours a day and have plenty of water to cool it. The cooling system, China has established the world's first fully operational underwater AI data service center that uses seawater for cooling and offshore wind power, significantly reducing energy consumption and freshwater use compared to land-based facilities. These facilities, such as the pilot project off Hainan and a newer, more advanced center near Shanghai, house high-performance servers in sealed underwater modules, leveraging the stable, cold ocean environment for efficient cooling and reduced hardware stress. This approach is a major leap in sustainable computing for the AI industry, and plans for expansion into a global grid of these submerged facilities. So you know that the countries are already talking to each other about.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Are we going to share and play nice? I doubt it, but.
No. Well, I think we kind of have to.
Oh, yeah, but will we?
But, yeah, will we? The United States has never been a good. I mean, yeah, we'll give you money, but our technology we'll keep to ourselves for as long as possible until we advance to the next stage. And then when the United States considers it to be outdated, then they'll give it up.
I have to say that after watching all of the film footage from NASA and the actual archives of the moon landing, I would have to say that I will never trust NASA again for any information about what they are or what they are not doing. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, keeping it, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, are we going to play nice? I think it will benefit us to play nice until one point when it's either make or break for the United States. And then we will probably cut off all access to it.
Yeah.
So we'll play nice as long as it suits us, and then as soon as as soon as it gets to the point to where it's sensitive, we'll shut it down.
I would say my biggest concern is what they are doing across the board concerning all things science, medicine, technology, everything, how they are using and abusing and coming by way of that technology and information and science and medicine from the aborted child, from murdered, aborted children.
Yes.
It seems to be the cure-all. It seems to be that they're treating these innocent children made in the image of God as not just commodity, but the answer to it all, the fountain of youth.
Yes.
In every regard.
Yes.
And I think that would make a great conversation to come back to on episode 4. What do you think? You'd like to talk about that?
Yes, I'd have to do some research to make sure my facts are right. But
me too. Yeah,
so that's what we will do.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
We'll come back next time for podcast the next podcast number 4.
we'll have to come back to it.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up exactly where they're going, because in every category that is cutting edge right now, in any kind of advancement in any way, it seems that they're using that Holocaust and wanting to continue it as, I think where this is going is, hey, they're not really humans. They're made in a robotic structure. I think I think there are some very nefarious ideas and some very insidious evil people out there that absolutely have some very matrix ideas about where they're wanting to go as far as advancement in technology and prolonging the human life and creating cyborgs, literally.
Wow.
So we'll have to get together again and do that. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yes.
Cooking some chili beans.
Yeah, cooking some chili, getting into some headlines, and seeing where we're going to go for the next podcast series. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
Hope you join us.
I hope you join us too.
And thank everybody for your support. Bye.
Next time we'll be able to show my face, maybe. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.